Dr. Ricardo Deveaux is a proud graduate of Bethune-Cookman University with a bachelor's degree in psychology. He is also a graduate of Nova Southern University, where he obtained a Master of Science degree in Human Resource Management. Dr. Deveaux also holds an honorary doctorate of Human Letters from the Bethune-Cookman University. Dr. Deveaux is employed with the Ministry of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, where he holds the position of Deputy Permanent Secretary. He is also the president and CEO of the Bahamas Primary School Student of the Year Foundation. Dr. Deveaux is married to the lovely Mistress Pamela Deveaux, with whom he has two children, Roche and Paige Deveaux. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Ricardo Deveaux.
Thank you. Today, we celebrate you, the graduates, who have accomplished so much. Tomorrow, you will wake up to begin the next leg of your journey. Your passion lies in the journey ahead. To all of you, the graduating class, congratulations. I believe that today you are graduating armed with degrees after one of the most difficult periods in your lives. Many of you started school and then we were hit with a pandemic, and COVID forced a new form of learning. We suddenly had lockdowns. You went through debates on whether the vaccines were necessary. Your classes became Zoom sessions that we hate. I know we hate it. We've been through so much, and you have come out stronger. You survived all of those hard lessons that you thought would knock you out. In fact, some of you considered dropping out of college. But look at you today. You have made it. You are ready to face the real world. To President Carlton Nemore and members of the Board of Governors and the staff of Southern College, distinguished guests, members of the graduating class of 2020, parents, family members, and friends, a good afternoon. Today, I want to take just a few minutes to leave some words to the class of 2022. I sat where you were in 1990 and 1992, and I know what you're thinking. Please don't let the speaker be too long, because I'm not really here to hear him. I'm here to receive my degree. It is a singular honor to be invited to address you on this important milestone, the completion of your educational journey at the associate's and bachelor's level. I offer you the best and my most profound congratulations. First, I must thank Alyssa Ferguson for that kind introduction. Secondly, I want to thank all of the graduates for, it was only you who made this day possible. But since none of you believe that, I would just like for you at this time to thank all of the parents, the spouses, the children, and family members who supported your dreams. Let's give them a hand. Now, I know some of you in here had some spouses and children who you deprived from some nice hot-cooked meals because you had to run from work to class. And I know, let's give those persons who supported you an extra round of applause. And then some of you had some supervisors who gave you some time to do your homework. Okay, so let's give those supervisors a round of applause who were understanding and knew what it was to go through. Graduates, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this chapter that's ending and one that's beginning. It is my hope today that my message will bring some hope. And I must be honest, I felt the pressure of making this address, knowing that I know many of you, and if I bombed out on this speech, I'd never be able to forgive myself. But I say, again, congratulations. Today begins the day that you dream big dreams. I want to tell you that you are sitting now where I sat on Monday, April 23rd, 1990, when I was a 23-year-old graduating with my Bachelor of Science degree in honors with psychology from Bethune-Cookman College, now university. I was the student body president, and therefore I was required to give the student commencement address on behalf of my fellow students. I will always remember what my college president said as he introduced me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present, for the final time in his capacity as the 1989-1990 president of the Student Government Association and a future leader of the Bahamas, Ricardo P. Deveaux. That day I looked at my college president and I said, since you said that I would be a future leader of the Bahamas, one day I would return to Bethune-Cookman to serve as the commencement speaker. I'll always remember my commencement speaker. He was Mr. James Jim Williams, and he was the chairman of Warner Lambert Company. I cannot remember exactly what he said, but he inspired me that one day I would return to Bethune-Cookman to serve as the commencement speaker. But graduates, I want to tell you that the past commencement speakers at Bethune-Cookman went something like this. Dr. Martin Luther King in 1958, Scoretta Scott King, his wife, in 1972, Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinland in 1978, Florida Governor Bob Martinez in 1989, Bill Cosby, Dr. Ben Carson, actress Cicely Tyson, millionaire and publisher of Black Enterprise magazine, Earl Graves, Dr. Jeremiah Wright, who was the former spiritual advisor to Barack Obama. None of these individuals who I wanted to walk in their footsteps sounded like Ricardo Deveaux. These individuals had name recognitions, wealth, power. They had influence. But I wanted to be had that opportunity to walk among them. Graduates, if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, and with a crazy faith in God, you can achieve it. Graduates, I want to tell you something. On Monday, May 9th, 2009, at the age of 42, I followed in the footsteps of those individuals when I, Ricardo Deveaux, walked on the stage at Bethune-Cookman University as one of the youngest commencement speakers and walked off stage with an honorary doctorate degree. Graduates, if your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, with crazy faith, you can achieve it. I want to leave 3 simple advice today. And as I said, I will be like Elizabeth Taylor, who said to her 8th husband, I shan't keep you long. Number 1, put God first. Many individuals have missed out on receiving the blessing God has planned simply because we did not put him first. How about you? Who have you placed first in your life? Just remember, first are important to God. Remember, in the first commandment, God said, you shall have no other God before me. Clearly, he wants us to be ahead of everything in your life. He wants to be ahead of your church, your job, your money, your things, even your spouses and children. He wants to be your number 1 priority. Guess what, graduates? As I was putting on my shirt today, and if you don't put the first button right, every other button will be wrong. So God wants to be just like that. Put God first. Put God first, and he will provide you with abundance of blessings, of opportunities, of adventures, and of accomplishments. Number 2, don't cry over closed-door experiences. I know that some of you have been faced with closed-door experiences on your jobs, and especially if you work for the Bahamas. Anyhow, if you work for the Bahamas government, you have been faced with some closed-door experiences. Some even in your personal lives and even in your civic lives. Some of you have been discouraged, lost, confused, alone, and feel like giving up. There have been times when I know that those closed doors have been hit you in your face, and you're like, God, why me? If he didn't close the wrong door, you would never find the right door. God directs our path because he closes some doors and he opens another. One door closes, it forces you to change your course. He closes another, and it forces you to change again. until it is time to walk into the right door. Graduates, I want to tell you about a closed door that I had. Let me tell you, in October 2003, I was a 36-year-old who had served as the national first vice president of the National Panhellenic Council. This is the governing body of the historically black fraternities and sororities. At the age of 31, I was elected to that office. I was the second in command for a 1 million-member organization. I was the first person outside of the United States. I was the first Bahamian to serve on the executive board. I was one of the youngest to serve in the number 2 leadership position. For 4 years, I traveled around the U.S., and I can tell you, my wife, who is here with me, and I forgot to introduce them. My wife, Pamela, is here with me, and my 2 daughters, Rashay and Paige. But as I was in the national office, I would get to the airport, and a chauffeur would be waiting for me. I would go to conventions, and they would have me living in a suite. I was 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and I thought I was the big timer. In fact, at one convention, I spoke before 20,000 persons. And sitting next to me was Morgan Freeman, the actor. And you know, for 4 years, I enjoyed that opportunity. And October 23rd, at the age of 36, I was supposed to walk into the international presidency of the National Panhellenic Council. At least that's what I thought, my whole team thought, because there was no one who was going to beat me for that office. But let me tell you, despite running a well-organized campaign, I lost that election. Ladies and gentlemen, I was disappointed for 7 minutes. Yes, I was disappointed, and I knew that I had to come back home to persons who was expecting the Bahamas to have the first international president, the youngest president. Everyone was excited. But God had other plans. Let me tell you, I don't know if you've heard, but I was the one in 1997, I created a program called the Bahamas Primary School Student of the Year Awards Program. And between 1997 to 2004, we raised about $50,000. And let me tell you, 9 months after I lost the presidency of the international organization, the persons who went with me, we decided to form a Bahamas Primary School Student of the Year Foundation. From 2004 to this year, we have raised $2.2 million in scholarships and prizes for students. Graduates, the Lord allowed me 4 years to serve at that high level to prepare me so that I can serve as president and CEO and make a difference at home. So he closed one door to open another door for me to walk into. Graduates, God will do that for you too. So sometimes that door is about to close. Don't worry, because he is preparing a greater door for you to walk into. Listen here. Sometimes we have those valley experiences for us to appreciate life. Let me tell you, I told you that I was 23 years old, graduating from Bethune-Cookman with my Bachelor of Science degree with honors, and I was indeed proud. But let me tell you, you have to dream big, graduates. I can get killed with this one, and I graduates, y'all protect me on this one. I know I will get killed. Rashay Deveaux, can you please stand? Yeah, I know I'm gonna get killed now. This is my oldest daughter. On Thursday, I'm telling you, graduates, you dream big. I was 23. I graduated from Bethune-Cookman and was graduating with honors. At 23, on Thursday, she completed her master's in special education from Lynn University with a 4.0, 23. That's my daughter, our daughter, who I'm indeed proud. Graduates, dream big. Just like I'm telling you, she dreamed big, I want you to dream big. 23 and graduating with a master's, dream big. Sometimes we are afraid to dream big for the fear of being disappointed. We look at others living an incredible life and we think, I'm not capable of achieving those accomplishments. But I am excited to report that it is possible for you to move beyond this point to the next level. Every one of you have the ability to move from associates to bachelors to masters to doctorate because the Bahamas is looking for you to be great. Graduates, this is your opportunity to change this Bahamas. We are looking for individuals like yourselves to change not only this Bahamas, but this world. Yes, graduates, I want to tell you that you are to dream big dreams. Don't have small dreams. Let me tell you, as I said, at 23, I dreamed about being the commencement speaker of Bethune-Cookman. I wrote that down. And at 42, I accomplished that. I walked on the campus of Bethune-Cookman as a shy, soft-spoken freshman in 1986. But I had a dream that in my senior year, I would be the student body president. And guess what, graduates? At Bethune-Cookman, every year, most are signing freshman, most are signing sophomore, most are signing junior, most are signing senior, student body president in my senior year because I mapped that out as my big dream for undergraduate. Map your big dreams now. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot accomplish anything. Write your dreams down and make them happen. Listen here, my wife, my daughter, Paige, who's an 8th grader, we have in our family, we make everyone write dreams down, write your goals down, and you tick them off. And I might as well tell you, President Carlton didn't even know this. But in 2008, when I delivered my first commencement address, I said, I have a goal. I'd like to present 3 commencement speeches to colleges. I've done 2. I have 1 more to be on my bucket list. So you'll help me to accomplish something on my bucket list. Dream big, graduates. Graduates, I leave you with these words that I found some years ago. Always remember, God gives you enough happiness to keep you going, enough trials to keep you strong, enough sorrows to keep you human, enough hope to keep you happy, enough failures to keep you humble, enough success to keep you eager, enough friends to give you comfort, enough wealth to meet your needs, enough enthusiasm to make you look forward, enough faith to banish depression, enough determination to make each day better than the last, enough honey to keep you sweet. Good luck, graduates, and go forth and change the world.
Wow. What a profound message.